Hi everyone, today we will going to tackle the lesson 27 about the global food security. Global food security. Despite global food abundance, many particularly small-scale farmers still suffer from hunger. So, as we know that global food security, it refers to the condition where all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. And it was also a complex issue affected by factors like climate change, population growth, poverty, and political stability. Other solutions often involve sustainable agricultural practices, equitable distribution systems, and innovative technologies to increase food production and accessibility. Next is the concept of food security. It originated in the 1970s. Food security encompasses availability, access, utilization, and stability. The government programs focus on boosting agricultural production and maintaining price stability, but hunger also includes access to food despite availability. The World Bank introduced chronic and transitory hunger in 1986, emphasizing the need for food stability and quality. The concept of food security revolves around ensuring that all people have physical and economic access to sufficient and nutritious food and preferences for an active and healthy life. It's about not just having enough food available, but also ensuring that it's affordable, accessible, and culturally acceptable. This involves addressing issues related to food production, distribution, income levels, social safety nets, and environmental sustainability. Next is the measurement for food security and food insecurity. It indices like POU, also child health, and governmental actions. It measures and indices are used to understand food security and insecurity, analyzing causes and effects at household, national, and international levels. As the measurement for food security and food insecurity, it involves various indicators and methodologies to assess a population, access to, and availability of nutritious food. And here are some common measurements including the Household Food Security Survey Module or HFSSM, Food Insecurity Experience Scale or FIES. 3. Nutritional assessments. 4. The market price analysis. 5. Food consumption surveys. 6. Livelihood and income assessments. 7. Agricultural product data. So, these measurements help policymakers, organizations, and researchers understand the extent and nature of food security challenges and design appropriate interventions.
Factors affecting food security. Food security is complex, involving availability, accessibility, utilization, and stability of food, influenced by social, political, economic, cultural, and environmental factors. Food supply, ensuring sustainable production to meet energy, protein, and nutritional needs, emphasizing quality and supporting rural farmers, especially in developing countries. Food prices. Changes in economic policies can lead to fluctuations, impacting citizens' ability to afford food, as seen in the Philippines with inflation affecting food prices. People's income. Poverty restricts access to food despite availability, with low wages making it challenging to meet basic needs, exacerbating vulnerability to price increases. Challenges and stocks. Environmental factors like climate change and social issues such as conflict can disrupt food production and distribution, leading to transitory food insecurity, affecting vulnerable populations like farmers in the Philippines during El Nino phenomena. Next is globalization and food security. In 2024, the dynamics of globalization continue to shape food security, highlighting the need for sustainable agricultural policies and trade practices to ensure food availability and access for all. Complex intersections. Food security involving production, consumption, and distribution intersects with global trade, agricultural reforms, and rural development. Economic globalization involves foreign trade of food, creating a global supply chain with challenges like contamination and lack of traceability. Cultural globalization influences food preferences, with transnational fast food chains like McDonald's and Starbucks operating globally. Impact on food security. Economic globalization can weaken agricultural production, as seen in the Philippines, where government spending on agriculture decreased due to IMF and World Bank structural adjustments program. Trade liberalization lead to the influx of cheap imports, affecting local farmers and creating dependence on imports despite potential self-sufficiency. Commitments to achieve food security. In the contemporary world of 2023 and 2024, these commitments remain crucial in addressing the persistent challenges of food insecurity, guiding global efforts towards sustainable solution and equitable access to food resources. Global commitments. World leaders have made commitments to tackle food insecurity, starting with the 1996 World Food Summit, where UN member states pledged to eradicate hunger globally. Millennium Development Goals, or MDG. The MDG, formulated in 2000, included eradicating extreme poverty and hunger as the first goal. Targets included reducing the number of people living below the poverty line and addressing hunger. 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Adopted in 2015, this agenda includes 17 Sustainable Development Goals, with Goal 2 specifically targeting zero hunger. This agenda guides governments, the private sectors, and civil society in addressing poverty, inequalities, and climate change. Actions and policies. These commitments push for actions like boosting agricultural productivity, building resilience to climate change, increasing investments in agriculture, and reforming trade processes to ensure food security for all. Food sovereignty. Critics of market-driven food production advocate for food sovereignty, prioritizing the well-being of small-scale farmers and producers over large-scale corporate agriculture. It emphasizes the importance of not sacrificing the livelihoods of small farmers for cheaper and faster food production.